Hello and welcome back to the Shapeshifting Detective, and we will continue our investigation. We learned a little bit about spirit worlds and time travel and Ouija boards and all of those shenanigans last time. Still don't know exactly how much of that we can trust, if any, but I think it's time to shift some shapes. But we also learned that we have to be careful with this ability, and I feel like we not only do I have to be careful because we heard that this power will run out. Again, I'm not sure if it will run out in terms of how often we use it or for how long we use it. Not sure, but I think I also have to be very careful as to what kind of questions I ask and what do I do when I'm in a different character. Now let's switch to Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Okay. Oscar. Okay.
The gates of madness.
Let's talk to a
open
few
at
people here.
midnight. There's no point in trying to fight.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Nothing to ask.
Arco without looking suspicious on the surveillance cameras. I
What
take
about Bronwyn?
in the tube and fewer cameras.
Oh,
Hold up
nothing
the
there.
hood.
She was gone. Oh,
Anvil Road beckons, and I lose myself in the dingy side streets. It's late.
Alexia is gone too.
Hunters headed for the takeaway kebabs and dog meat curries. The few charms without conviction.
Everyone is gone.
A taxi speeds by me, splashing me with spray from the puddles and
About the chief.
Oscar? What are you doing here? I
To
know.
help.
We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Oh,
Why? Why? How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men?
I
Just
mean,
do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now.
the beast
interesting.
snarls and slobbers in anticipation.
So he may have
couple
sent
walk on
him
the
to
other side.
Bronway in the first place.
Footsteps
He can
behind
do
me
anything.
cease. I
Okay.
sense he has slipped into the dark of a doorway.
That's very, very interesting. I want to switch to Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Brrr, forgot it. Sorry.
I'm Violet.
Of the footsteps, there is only one
And I
person
want
following
to see
me.
if I can talk to Oscar
good.
as well.
I don't know how many the beast could take.
Yes. He's gone.
Skinheads who thought I was their victim, and they were young, strong, and used to getting stuck in.
What does that mean?
It was worse the second time.
Anything new here?
Wrong. So wrong.
I changed your sheets last night, and you weren't here.
That's impossible. I was in that room praying the entire time, and those sheets have definitely not been changed, I can assure you. Are you trying to frame me?
I had to cut
I
myself
thought
off
maybe
from
if we
any
can
close
ask that,
relationships
like,
if I wanted to
that
have
was
any
kind of an
work
obvious thing, but apparently
friend or a wife.
I
is out
have
of
to
the
be careful with
question.
these kind of
I
questions.
simply cannot afford to have.
Just hard to predict. What if we visit Oscar as Bronwyn?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Go on quietly, but I once had to feed the beast twice in 6 weeks.
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
No,
Oh, so you've just come to see me?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction.
It's okay, just how did you know? How did you come up with a name and then she's gone?
She's not gone. She's waiting to pass.
Yeah, I don't want to act too suspicious.
Waiting to pass? I don't understand. What do you mean, waiting to pass? They haven't even buried her yet. They're probably still doing forensics and horrible things to her.
Do you get on with Dorota's family?
Not really. Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something. Am I really a bad influence?
The vicar's son,
Yes.
a bad influence. I don't know.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime? Just to chat about things.
Oh, look at you.
No thanks.
Look at you. You little horn dog, you. Let's say no thanks for now. I don't want to get into contradictions.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. On my own.
Fine. Coffee sometime.
Okay.
Look him in the face. He looks rough.
That sly dog.
Sweating, even though it's after midnight and cool. His eyes are glazed
So
over.
he's
with
definitely
large
suspicious
pupils.
here.
The spots on his neck seem to shine.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
more choices about his life than me.
Let's check in with everyone.
Knife from inside his jacket, 8 inches, big enough to skewer an elephant.
Just making sure. Oh, yeah. Tell me about the Ouija board.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work, through energy.
Energy.
Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy, like an electrical current that connects A to B and lights up a bulb.
Crushes his larynx as the left reaches the knife.
Thing here? No.
I turn his head away to avoid the spray and feel his neck break under my hand. Spills out,
There.
greedily lapping it like a cat at pool of spilt milk.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between 2 cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Yeah, so we could move on to the next chapter, but
Post-orgasmic.
I want to see if I can... Yeah, why did you go to see Bronwyn?
That's personal.
You wanted Bronwyn to contact Dorota, didn't you?
I said I don't want to talk about it.
Did Dorota ever talk about Tarot?
No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff.
You know tarot readers predicted her murder.
Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
Well, you know her name. Oh, should we try that? Ooh. I'm kind of tempted.
That's disturbing. And impossible. I don't think those two ever met. Why would you say that?
I know that was
Hopefully
a
I'll
smart
get a bit
way.
of peace.
Hey, Chief. Bronwyn and Lexi are lying about their alibis.
Figures. Got any proof?
I just heard them talking about
Get
it.
proof. Then I can haul them in. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bromman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Okay.
I'm climbing the stairs of a tall
Well, I guess
stone
we can
tower.
go to the next chapter.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
All right, next chapter,
Quite a common
please.
thing to suffer from. But what I can say to you, Simeon,
Let's visit
is that
Zach.
you...
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
The Shaws hired me.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
So, you never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
So you photographed Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Did she ever come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So, you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Fair enough. Was that the only time you met Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Okay.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
What do you see?
I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
That's clearly not what you meant. Did you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I don't think I like what you're implying, Detective. Is that all?
Damn it. You're friends with Violet Gallagher?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
Mm-hmm. How well?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Okay. Noting. So, you are engaging in close interpersonal exercise.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you.
I got the analogy.
Yes, we have sex.
I mean, he seems very happy about it. Can't blame him there. But where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
To send more probes down the hole? Dimitri asked as they went over their plans.
Interesting. You know Zach Weston?
No? Who's that?
He's a photographer.
Never heard of him.
Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Can I see them? Like, I don't know if it's important for the case. Honestly, not. I'm not even joking. Because there's clearly some sexual underlining going on here in general. But I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the case yet. And okay, so would it help us in any way to see the photos even? Probably not. The only thing that I was wondering is that, like, with the whole stuff with the wedding dress, if we would see anything beside her that would give us a clue. But I think for now, no, I mean professional.
I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Maybe you should not.
Dimitri had once again insisted that he be strapped in. Dimitri took a deep breath. Let's do it then.
Let's return to the
three other
guest house.
scientists standing behind the table with monitoring equipment.
Do our round.
Gave...
Hey, Violet. So let's talk about Zach again.
Do we really have to?
He says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
I mean, I don't understand. But why doesn't he act like it?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
Is he?
No.
Oh. Oh no. No, don't do that to me.
In what was probably a few hundred meters more, he jerked to a sudden halt.
Nope.
That's the end of the rope,
Nope.
Dimitri said out loud.
Nope.
He wasn't sure why he suddenly felt the need to narrate. He could almost convince himself that he was doing it for the recording device on his arm,
why is there a creepy
or in
child?
the small hope that Dr. Utani and the others could still hear him.
Why is there a creepy child? Oh, now we can... The Bronwyn and Lexi are not available now. That's interesting. Okay, so there was a creepy child. We heard at the very beginning that we under no circumstances are supposed to shapeshift into a child. And we know that something happened in our past as well. So I wonder if this child is connected to this case or to us as a person. I don't know.
Did I do that just now?
Let's talk to them.
No, they're not scratches. It's...
I don't like
creepy some sort of writing.
children.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings.
Phone
Gotta
reading.
pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Camera from the pouch on his belt when the lamp on his helmet suddenly went out.
Yes. You seem nervous. You know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he... Oh no. He did mention Dorota.
Oh. What about?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means?
Oh.
It was Dorota Shaw.
So he definitely knew where she lived. And he usually was visiting her on Mondays. At least according to him.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
So why did the Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
I mean, if we are dealing with that here, that would put Violet in danger, right? Because we heard, but potentially, like, if we talk about a rat head, could be. Tell me about the Travelers.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
So could be possible that Zach might be possessed by a demon. Would be not possible. So they come from other worlds?
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
So, and then travellers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
So, in simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think the murderer is a traveller?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
He turned to horror as he came to the terrifying realization
That's
that
interesting.
he had gone blind.
I heard that she's busy too, right?
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Alright.
Walked into the hallway. Help! He stammered. Somebody help!
Anything else here before I leave?
of the base, which he knew to be consistently occupied by crew members returning from their shifts.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, so we could continue, but I think we'd have
and overcome
a
by
few
a frightful
things that I
panic.
want to check out first.
He felt like he was going mad. Nothing made sense.
First, Oscar. Double checking.
Was away.
Zach. Rain says you've met.
Rain. Yes, the Tower Reader. Delightful fella, but I couldn't offer him anything. He asked if he could do readings for my customers while they waited. Can't have that,
What's
really.
that sound?
It's retail ambush.
Did he do a reading for you?
He offered, but I declined. There's no such thing as fate, detective. If there was, you could stop investigating right now. If you're supposed to find a killer, you will. Why put in the effort?
Dimitri was suddenly startled by the
He's
voice in his
definitely very
earpiece.
cocky.
He didn't.
You
If
haven't
you have
met with the
anything else
chief
on
yet.
Zach Weston, let me know.
Well, Zach was taking boudoir photos of Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
That seems the case.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
That could be. Zach was in his studio last night.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was
You're the
taking
chief.
photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
Yeah.
She studied the letters, hemming and hawing.
This is some shapeshifting before
It's
we
just one word
end the
repeated
chapter.
over and over. I need to cross-reference with the data list findings, but at first glance it seems to be about abuse or torture.
Let's see if we can... Oh, that is why Bronwyn and Lexi are not available, because they are busy right now. Let's,
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Okay, let's
Dimitri,
see.
how did you know? Dimitri snapped back to reality.
He's not there.
Is it possible you're having deja vu? Asked Dr. Remington. No, Dimitri replied.
Let's visit
Oh,
Zach.
hello, gorgeous.
Well,
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
were you sleeping
Were you
with her?
sleeping with her?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Okay, so she did never...
I came over last night,
take off her
but you weren't
clothes.
here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Okay.
Perhaps the others were right.
That is interesting.
Perhaps it was all just in his head.
Oh no, I didn't want to visit Zach.
Avoidable future.
But Oscar, he's not there.
Surrounded by darkness, trapped in an...
He knew with the chief? He's gone too.
He lay himself on bed and quickly fell asleep. He couldn't wait to go back
home. Okay, so he
home.
seemed to have been there, but she
Later
was
that
not
night,
there.
Dimitri awoke
Has
to the
no
sounds
memory
of cold and hollow whispers in the darkness.
Which is still suspicious. Yeah, that's...
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
See if the chief can find out something.
Like a virus. Easier, probably. A virus needs contact.
Nothing new here.
But this monster was not that limited.
Probably nothing here.
Infectious. And it's so easy here.
Rain?
This demon, this ghost of a phenomenon, so much ritual, so much awful curiosity.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her?
As far as I know. I meet a lot of people through work. Some are more memorable than others. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
Okay, when was that?
A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper? Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the case.
Don't be facetious, okay?
Don't be facetious.
I'm deadly serious. Most of my clients are female, but I wouldn't like to assume.
Would grow stronger.
I mean, good to know if we want to take some pictures.
Stolen place. Push.
Chief? Again?
Did Dorota have any online friends?
That's a good question.
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Cello.
Go to any clubs or groups?
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
He's awfully chipper about the whole thing, and we already know that he
all of it.
tried to invite Bronwyn
left.
for a cup of coffee. So
now it was just a
waiting
game. Until she got to her lonely, nearly empty home every night.
Right now I'm not suspecting the tarot readers too much. At least Bronwyn.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Just because I think they are shady, but I think they
the scratches in
are
her
investigating
throat.
as well.
She tried to reach out in that subtle human way.
Less so
Of
Rain
course
and
she
Lexi.
did.
I'm not too sure
That's
about
just
that.
nature.
Zach,
Oh, she's very happy.
what are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Interesting.
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
She really didn't like Dorota, right?
Dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me.
Don't play games with me, Zach. You know how in store I get.
So that's interesting.
more.
There might be a case of jealousy
But
going
of
on
course,
here.
there was more.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Okay, that is
And the demon was quieted
very
for a
blunt,
while,
but also very
until
interesting.
he wasn't. More time, and the girl tried again. Nothing got better for her.
Not sure if it's
She
a
tried
good idea
again,
to meet with
rewrote
Oscar.
the note, redid the demon's
Oh, he's not there.
work this time.
Also not there.
Bread.
Okay.
The blood stained the porcelain and he relished in it. The pain let go. Finally, and that fed him too.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
I don't see any indicator as to if our
It needed an
powers are
audience.
fading.
And they made it so
If I'm not missing it.
easy.
Charlotte is not there.
Told her tragic story, painted
Rain is not there.
blood, satiated the awful curiosity of the audience, fed the other demon.
Not sure if that is a good idea, but okay, he's not there.
Louder voice.
Anything new here?
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain. Make those speeding tickets go away, though.
I see.
Technically, you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Capiche? Yes.
Yes.
Letter. Only needed
Okay.
to walk to the bridge
They
once.
had a deal about
Stare
that.
over the river's flow with an empty kind of longing.
It's interesting
once,
that DuPont wouldn't
like
tell
needing
us
to
that.
go home.
And I guess Rain. Last but not least.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Rain.
Drowned with him, tangled together in the water.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died.
Oh,
She had a pulmonary embolism.
in the freezer.
I didn't really talk to them much.
What?
Freezer?
Yeah.
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone.
Oh.
Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Okay. That
And
is
yet more dominoes
incredibly
fell,
creepy.
landing at the heads of graves in the field of stones. Unstoppable, relentless waves eroding the people on shore.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
Oh.
What
stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay. No, thanks.
Don't be like that. not the bad guy here, you'll see. Maybe some other time then.
Block.
Well, very clearly have
Gravity accelerates me towards the pavement.
Secrets.
32 taught me that the secret.
Nothing there, okay.
Ground. There's a blue steel dumpster at the back of the Dreamtime Hotel on 39th Street, Queens.
Let's return to Sam. But I think this is a good time to take a break. We had creepy children, which I'm still a bit freaked out about. But we will continue to the next chapter, I guess. And I'm not sure if we're making too much progress, but for certain, Zach seems suspicious. Oscar has a lot of suspicious things going on as well. Violet and her memory loss. And now that we found out that her dad was kept in the freezer and that she is not disturbed by that at all, not normal, I would say, as far as I know. So we will have to definitely find out more, but I think we're making some progress at least, I hope. At least a little bit. Thank you all for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond in your support, you can check out my Patreon link down below. And I will be back with more The Shapeshifting Detective tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.